Alright guys, so I have come to the understanding through the Ruach Kadesh by Yeshaya HaMashiach that Ahaya Shar Ahaya would like us to know to not be fooled by the words that they twist and put in our mouths. So let's say Adam. When Adam named the animals, okay, that Ahaya said it was good and let it be, okay? So what happened was when the angels came through, the fallen angels came through, they defiled the whole earth. They made hybrids out of man, out of women, out of children, out of animals, out of everything, out of the earth. They said even Satan transformed into a dragon. So let's say there was a garden, and that's earth. Let's say there's a garden, and that was earth. Let's go here to better show you. Okay. So let's say there's a garden, and that was earth. All right. And let me see. That garden would have been somewhere like around here. I'm gonna say here, like around here. Here-ish. Okay? Now, I think it was above, so it's above this. And we got kicked out, sent to the east of the garden. Okay, so it may have been America. Over here. May have been something like that. Somewhere around here. There's a garden. Okay. Now what happened was there was a serpent in the garden. Now the serpent was an angel. Now later on the serpents fell for the daughters of men. The sons, the angels fell for the daughters of men, and they couldn't go back. They couldn't leave earth anymore. They couldn't go back to the garden. So they're down here now, right? So what happened? In the end, you hear that serpent, Satan, is the dragon. He transforms himself into an angel of light, and he transformed himself into a dragon. Okay? He poses as an angel of light, transforms, trans, okay? So he trans 3 times. He transgress. Okay? So, man, beast, earth. Alright. And it was all against heaven, because heaven allowed this to be. So here we go. What he did was he was a serpent, and he had his legs cut off. So I guess somewhere along the line, in the end, he transforms into a man, and then, or he inherits a man, and he also transformed into a dragon. So he transformed, since he lost his legs, so somehow he transforms into a dragon with wings. Let's say that. All right. We know that they can regenerate limbs. So he must have regrew his limbs or whatever. But he crawls around forever. But time is different for him than it is for us. Forever for us is sort of different than it is for them. Judgment, I suppose, is all at the same time. So we're talking about different dimensions, talking about different times, but the same as in heaven as it is on earth. So it's different times, but it's going to be the same judgment. You know what I mean? The court's going to be all at the same time for both. Heaven and earth will pass away, but the word shall remain forever. You know what I mean? All right. So they're going to pass away at the same time, and the new heaven and new earth will come at the same time. It's like the sun and the moon being, you know, and yeah. So there's a new time coming, new life. But it's only to shed away this false reality that the serpent has infiltrated and pretty much become a virus of this simulation. All right, so he turned into a serpent. He turned from a serpent into a dragon. Okay, so let's say he could have been like a python to a dragon, or he could have been like a Komodo dragon with legs to a dragon, or he could have been like an alligator with legs to a dragon, because we know they worshipped alligators back in the day. All right, yeah, who knows? But we know that this is the dragon. This is him. This is his face. This is his face. I smile. One eye, AI, land, all together, AI, one eye. Okay. 19 degrees. All right. You got left wing, right wing. All right. Now, what you don't see is this wing is this right here. Shouldn't say that, but North Pole, that's his wing. You're actually seeing the bottom of him right now. This is his body. This is the body. This is a leg. This is a leg. This is a tail or another head. But this is the underside of his neck over here. And this is the top of his head over here. So to go back, Russia, Kamchatka, right here, that's his head. All right, his wing is the North Pole, because his head is turned towards the South Pole down there, so his head will be turned the North Pole over here. Okay, you get it? So this is his head facing towards the North Pole. Alright, and this is South America, tip of South America right here. Alright, so his wing would be like that. That's South America going up there to his shoulder. And then this is Antarctica right here. It's part of North America. Northern territories up here. Alright, that's all Antarctica. So I'll let you know how. See this part right here? See these little islands right here that lead up right here? That right there that goes up here to the shoulder, to the head. Watch this. Look on the other side of the world. Those are those islands right there leading up to his head. Those are those islands leading up to his head. Alright? And his head is facing towards his right wing. Alright? So on the other side, his right wing would be a left wing. So this is his body. This is his head facing his left wing. But if you're on the other side of him, this is his right hand. And that's his little shoulder going up to his head. So he moves up his head. He moves his head like this, side to side right here. Alright? And he blows out lava, fire, along this tube right here. Alright? So, just letting y'all know. And this over here is Africa. Underwater over here. I think Hawaii would be the underside of Africa. Alright? And I think that was a dragon. This is the left wing, and Africa is the right wing of another dragon. But this dragon is gone. It's been defeated, decapitated. It had a head, jaw, eye over here. Somehow it got decapitated or something. Something over here chopped it, slain. It was a Leviathan, 2 Leviathans, bam bam. And this part is the other wing over here. This is a wing right here. This is a wing right here. And America would be right here in the ocean. On this side. This side. And it would connect to South America right here. Going over here. South America. It would either connect to India right there. It'd be like Mexico right here to South America. Yep, India. This would be India. So when he said West Indies, they knew what the hell they were talking about. And they know this is America because Amaruca is the name of the serpent that they worshipped over here. The Incas with the the Incas had Tupac Amaru, and Amaru was a name shortened for Amaruca, which is the name of their great plumed serpent that breathes the power over the life of the air. Plumed serpent. They worship plumed serpents all over the world because he's pretty much their whole little world. Alright, so, but the only thing that I could see that wasn't a dragon, at least I think it's not, is like this area right here. But there's oil, so something was here though. Something, oil means there's blood. Alright, so I'm gonna let you guys know, man. That is the story of the serpent. Grew up into a dragon, and the whole world worships him. So the people at the bottom of the world are living at the top of the world. So yeah, that's why you see all the Nazi stuff down here, because this is the wing of the dragon. You're in the palm of the dragon. This is the backhand of the dragon. This is the palm of the dragon. That's why they say white power. Right hand. White power. So, yeah. That's that right hand, white power. There you go. So, yeah, man. Telling you now, man. Telling you now. That's a dragon for you, man. Now, there could only be one thing that could make me wrong. See, but the Bible describes him perfectly as ever winking and ever smiling. And this dude's got a 666 across the face. From here. See how I'm following that crack across his face right there? That crack. That's 666 kilometers wide. That's where that's where it ends. That's where the shadow ends. Straight across. Shadow ends. That's his crown. Letting you know, man. I wonder how much the crown on his neck is. Same. Wonder why. Oh, crest to crest. Nah, I should go across by the crack, just like I did on the other one. It's easy to measure out, but yeah, that crack does kind of go there. I'm just playing around on that one. But definitely this one is 666 on that. And from side to side is the same. Like, you see how he moved his neck from here to here? Can't make this up. This dude moved it 666 kilometers sideways. Alright. So this angel, fallen angel, grew so darn big, all in and throughout the earth, to and fro, up and down, turned into a dragon. To compete against Michael or heaven, to compete against heaven. So I guess when heaven, because it says, as in heaven, so it is on earth. This is a counterfeit kingdom. We know that. Why does it keep going back? The heck? Yeah. Anyway. He moved it that far. Because I just picked up where the crack was at. Right there, bam. Boom. Moves it that far. So 666 plus 666 is... $13.52. It's either $13.62. Hold on, wait a second. I'm tripping. I ain't gonna sit there and act silly. What was I tripping on? Yeah. 1332. That's how far the range from side to side. 1332. That's crazy. Alright, so that's just an example of this dude, right? So that's the angels, right? And they perverted everything and made it like half animals and humans half animals and animals half human, and earth they messed up with. Yeah, I guess they were making like all type of like human trees and plants and stuff, and animal trees and plants, all type of weird stuff, right? Like alien stuff. Space shrooms and space snakes and worms, who knows? I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to say that what I found out was, you know how like, so we know that the Egyptians, they all had like the hybrid heads and stuff of the animals and stuff, and this is beast worship, you know what I mean? Like in our day, it's bestiality. People like to have sex with dogs, beast sex. That's crazy. So like, there was a thing called like remember the Black Panther movie that they worship, called the everybody running around talking about Wakanda, but it's the deity in the movie that Black Panther was T'Challa. That's a beast, and it was based off of a panther, but the panther was supposed to represent Bast. They all worshipped Bast. Now Bast is beast. Bast, beast, okay, like beef, is Baphomet. Okay, do you get that? Do you get that? Buff is Baphomet. So if you got beef with somebody, you got Baphomet. You ready to kill him. All right. What's Baphomet? That's sacrifice, child sacrifice. Bail, a bundle, a baby bail. Bail them out. Bail a baby overboard. When you bail water, you're bailing it out out of the ship. Bail. When you jump from a ship, you bail from a ship. A bale of hay, like it's a bundle. So like a baby is like a bale. So like this is like all the different, and bull. So it's like they take the bull and take a baby, a steel bull, and then they freaking light the bull on fire and put the baby in the hand and melt the baby. That's crazy. So like these are different type of beast worship. They're worshiping bull. They're worshiping beast. Ball. So like all your children worship basketball. A child in a basket. Throw the ball in the basket. Now they just got little baskets in Florida where you just come and drop your child off at. Ain't that something? Drop your baby off in the basket. And what I wanted to say was, there's this thing that's out now, and it's got everybody tripping. Check this out. Watch this. Let me see, where did I start it at? Bam. Beast, Bast. People worship cats, right? Cats got Toxoplasma gondii, right? They say up to 1/3 of the people in the world are infected with this. So it got me, the Ruach Kodesh hit me hard, and it makes sense now. The reason why you don't understand what's going on in the news, in government, why you can't understand why your leaders are like hell-bent damn near on killing you and depopulating the earth and all this, and merging you with all type of hybrid machines and mutant alien stuff. And the reason why is simple. Their minds, everybody's minds, they say 1/3 of the world has been infiltrated by a parasite called Toxoplasma gondii. Toxoplasma gondii, an opportunistic protozoan, which is pretty much a vector agent that's very versatile and infects 1/3 of the people worldwide. Okay, 1/3. That's 1 in every 3 people on the earth out of all billions are infected, and could lead to serious outcomes in immunodeficient or immunocompromised populations. Well, guess what? Guess what? Vaccination made everybody have VAIDS. They said it was VAIDS. It was vaccination-induced VAIDS. You know what I mean? So that's autoimmune deficiency syndrome, something like that. Well, or autoimmune deficient disorder, or autoimmune disorder, something like that. Autoimmune dependency syndrome. Yeah. So like you're like you start to lose all your immune defense, and start to rely more on medication until you have no immune defense, and then you just succumb to, like they say, natural causes. Okay. Or sudden death syndrome. Okay. Or cancer or whatever. All right, these are the major, like, little holes that they fall into. These are subcategories, but this is what it is. So, a third of all people alive. All right, and so okay, do you understand what I'm saying here? So beast worship. We're paying the price as a whole. Like, the whole world has been defiled. The minds. So what happens with this thing? What does it do? So the superpower number 10 is mind control. Okay. Toxoplasmosis. All right. So it comes from cats, and they sit in the bowels of cats, and that's why cats always run up and wipe their tails and their butts on you, and they lick their butts and then come lick up on everybody else, so that the toxoplasmosis can do its thing. And it gets into rats and stuff. So when you see a rat running up like a zombie chasing you, it's because it has toxoplasmosis. Okay. You would think it has rabies or something. All right. So remember those words. Parasite enters the cat because they literally only reproduce in the colon, and their eggs don't get passed until the cat has a movement, usually in a litter box. The litter box here is the problem. The Toxoplasmosis gondii needs to find a host and get back into the cat in order to hit the restart button. Restart on its life cycle, and the best way to do it is by setting up shop. Okay? Inside one of the animals on his grocery list. So what does this sound like? It's in the rectum. All right? So who do we know like to go up in the rectum? Doctors. Okay, so that's one that could be hit by toxoplasmosis. Easy. Anybody that deals with rectums, they're getting, anybody that got cats and deal with rectum, their own rectums are screwed. Do you understand that? When it says a third of the world is infected, so feces, all right, it gets in all types of animals. It doesn't just get in, it gets in any warm-blooded animal. It gets in their colon and their feces, and it does their thing. So what you don't understand is there's people that are in mind control, and these things can act and sense and attract each other and cooperate on a neural network, because they're neural programmers. They're so here we go. I'll let it finish out on this grocery list. The only issue is no mouse that values its life is going anywhere. Death sentence with a toe means to make it happen. Death sentence with a means to make it happen. So this is what happens. So the parasite, by the way, basically uses the mouse as a layover. It rewires its brain in order to remove the fear of cats. and know how, but the infected mice can even start feeding on the piss. It's by number one op, thus it's by its number one op, thus repeating its vicious mouse murking cycle. Start feeding for cat pee with more irrational confidence. For an Instagram model comments, it's easier for a mouse to get body bagged by its number one op, thus repeating this vicious mouse murking. Of course, we now believe that when this same parasite invades us, they do the same thing they would to a mouse. So what you gotta understand is, its whole goal is to spread, to infect the next person. So anybody that's like those people on drugs in the street and shit like that, that hang out with people that hang out with cats, and they don't wash their hands, and they don't freaking, you know, do such and such that would take to resist it, they're gonna be infected. And that's why in the Bible it talked about people that touched unclean things had to leave the city for 3 days, and if they survived, then they could come back. Why survive? Because those unclean things like toxoplasmosis would call other unclean things predators, other spirits, other parasites, spirits, into the domain. So what you don't know is it sends out frequencies to other predators, warm-blooded objects, to attract them to that person so that it can cause a situation where the fluids or the feces can be spread so that it can infect the other person. So especially people in hospital beds and stuff like that. Man, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Toxoplasmosis parasite causes an unreasonable attraction to cats, and possibly that is factory reset on our personality is due to the parasite making enzymes that control dopamine. It is not just humans that can get infected. So it gets dogs. So that's why the dogs act so silly around cats, because the cat has spread its feces to the dog. The toxoplasmosis has gotten into the dog. Why do you think dogs attack cats? Because they get high off of the toxoplasmosis, the dopamine. Animals attack because of the dopamine. All right. Why do you think cats feel all fearless? Because they got the dopamine toxoplasmosis parasite inside of them. And if another animal eats them, then it can spread to that animal. And it can live on and spread to the next out of the feces of that animal in the gut, in the intestines. So it has to get your brains in the intestines of the other animal. Okay? Okay, aliens eating brains, getting high. Okay. Adrenochrome. Okay. So these bestiality. Okay. Goat play. Okay. These cats are doing all this mess. And it's funny that we got a cat culture that seems like they're controlling the world. If you look at it, it's always some dude with a cat. All right. So it's not just humans that can get infected, which in turns end up bolder in the face of lions. It's a great way for them to get invited to a meet and greet with Mufasa. So it's funny that he said it like that, because when the Most High, when they come through, they come with fire. They're coming to burn all this mess. You know what I mean? They're coming to get rid of it. The word ain't gonna have all this horrible, man. Beast, the worship of the beast, the mark of the beast, toxoplasmosis, mind control. You have no free will. You lose your conscience. It's reasonable cat people, for all the cat people in the world, but here, that this parasite was present in ancient Egypt, Egyptian mummies. They found it in the mummies. Okay? Do you understand? So this is what I'm telling you. And everything about this world is Egypt. Alright? Babylon is lying on the prowl looking for any man to devour. What are you thinking about? Huh? Exactly. Toxoplasmosis. Bast. Beast. Beast mode. Beast worship. 666. The mark. The beast hands. Remember that? Yeah. The claw. A third of the world. So, in the book of Revelations, a third of the world shall be taken away. A third of the world, this and that. But only a third shall remain at the end. Alright? And then everything gets sent to, like, seriously punished. You know what I mean? 144,000 come back and start slaying everybody. Alright? The original blood. Because everybody's going to have infected blood. You're going to have zombies. Toxoplasmosis gondii. So look, toxoplasma gondii, plasma zombie, plasma gondii, plazandi, zombie, Gandhi, zombie, plasma Gandhi, zombie. Come on, man, they're playing with you, bro. So they're playing with you. They're playing with you. They're playing with you. They're playing with you. Alright, man. Pregnant women, all this stuff, man. You guys need to look up on this stuff. Y'all, I've been telling y'all this because the thing is, people are unreasonable. What you don't understand is the symptoms. When people have no fear of the law, when they don't care about the truth, when math doesn't matter, when facts don't matter, when gender don't matter, when age don't matter, when sacred don't matter, when no life matters. That's the beast. That's the worship of the beast. That's the high. That's the dopamine. It's narcissistic. It's a narcissistic attacker, and you're a targeted individual because you have natural blood. And they need you to taste them so that you can get infected. They're gonna get it in you somehow. What you thinking? Why you think they do freaky sex? Why you think they trying to get the children all in the daycare? Freaky sex. They trying to rub up on them. Oh, you guys don't have dogs and cats at your house? Oh, we're gonna get you at your school. We're gonna get you at the parade. We're gonna get you at the store. They're gonna do it everywhere they can. It's Toxoplasma gondii. In dark forces and high places, what's a high place? The conscience. It comes to take away the conscience, steal, kill, and destroy. Because in the end, you get destroyed. It steals your conscience. It kills the will to do uprighteousness, Yashar, Ahayashar, Eshar Amra, the Torah. It kills your will to even know the truth. It kills your will. And it destroys your soul. Infects 1/3 of the people worldwide. I'll tell you one thing. Let's reverse that. Infects 3/4 of the people worldwide. As of 19. I wonder if there's a abbreviation for it. So, like I said, man, anybody that butt sex, that's why that was you don't understand, man. Like that's the beast. That's why they were doing cows, cats, dogs, goats, chickens, children. They were doing everything they could. Women, pigs. And it's unfaithful. You're not faithful to the human. You're not faithful to man. You're not faithful to your age. You're not faithful to your generation. You're not faithful to the law. That's the toxoplasmosis. That's a zombie. That's a vampire. They just say T. Gandhi. They're stupid. Oh, there you go. Tox. So there's no and it's funny because you got the culprits all right here. These are all the people that reap the benefits, all the causes of this. I'm telling you, man, you guys aren't seeing it. This thing knows how to work. It knows how to operate. You guys don't understand. If it got into the Egyptians, who are way more advanced than us, if it got into those mummies, which were the government officials. Do you understand? So if he got into them back in the day, and their children running the world today, what are you thinking? You thought I was lying when I was talking to you when I started this video? I ain't lied about none of this. I ain't a beast about none of this. The truth shall remain. Heaven and earth shall pass away. Eshdah, fiery law. The Es-Torah, fiery, okay? It's coming because everything is defiled. People don't understand why the world is the way it is right now. There's a TP shortage. It's coded. It's coded, guys. It's down to a system. So it's beast worship. Bastet, right here. Here you go. Bastet, beast, Bast. This is also a sun god. It's all type of stuff. The lioness and later a cat. Women's right, feminism, all this stuff. It's a sign of the times. Nile River Delta, Memphis. Do you understand with the domestication of the cats? Pi Beset, a place in Egypt. Naville Babustis. Ain't that something? And it's a lot of people that keep saying, I shouldn't say a lot of people don't think that you're speaking Hebrew in English. What's Belial? That's worthlessness. Belial. Belly and y'all. Belial. Beer is beast. Bear or beer. Bear. Bear. Beer. Bear. Bar. Beer. Beast, cattle from the bar. Bar. Beer. And what you get at the bar? You got Kiva, Kivya, Kivya is beast, Kiev, Kieva, Kivya, Bahima, beast, beer, beast, sea, beast, Bar, open field for beast. I don't know what a Shagar is. And look at the symbol in Hebrew for beast. So in Hebrew you read it from right to left. Now in English, seeing this, I'm gonna say two things. If it's right to left in Hebrew, in English, if we see this, it looks like sin, because X is S, and then the Vav there is looks like an I, and then you got the N, sin. All right. Now, if you turn this upside down, literally, if you flip your screen upside down, actually, I think I could do it for you. Look at that. UN. UN. It looks like UN. Ain't that something? Sin and UN. Anyway, and that's beast. Kiva. Other than that, I couldn't find another I couldn't find another symbol, I don't think. And yeah, I was just looking at the symbols of these words. This one looks like a 7, 9, and an X. And I was looking at the word wilderness, how it looks like that dot right there looks like a Canadian flag. Sea. Beast. Sea. Ship. Sea, a ship. So when it's got one ya there, it's a ship. What else did I get into? Oh, command. So keep his words and his laws and commandments. His law would be his Torah. His command would be his Sava. Command. What's your command? What's your command? Sava. Sav. Command. Torah. Sava. Command, order. Amra is word and command also. Amra, M-I-R-I-M-R-A-H. Amra, Sava. Sav. I was looking at the word blaspheming, right? And I came up with, I didn't even take a picture of the word, did I? I think it was Godal or something like that. And I ended up looking down there and it said Megadeth. I was like, what? Ain't that like MD? Doctor? Anyway. Athon. I was thinking about like Python. Leviathan. Oh, this is some crazy stuff. I'm not even going to get into all this. Just go back to May 17th, 1989, CNN interview. Yeah, that was some crazy stuff. Let me get out of that. See how far back I'm going. What's going on? Oh yeah. Ancient Greek sorcery, witchcraft, drug administration fostered by worshiping idols. Pharmacology, drug administration fostered by worshiping modern technology. Yeah, that's just about right. So yeah, man, like it's this is what they do, man. It's what they do. This is toxoplasmosis. T. Gandhi, TP. TP. It kind of looks like a T and a P backwards. Actually, no. A T up top and a P in the middle. A T top. Let me go right here. Look at this. Wait a second. A T right there and a P right there. Yeah. Toxoplasmosis. T. Gandhi. It's been there since the Egyptians. Asia. Or Zaya. Medea, famous sorceress, daughter of King Colchis from Latin Media, Greek Medea, literally cunning, related to Medamai, to deliberate, estimate, contrive, decide. Medellin, to protect, rule over. Take appropriate measures. See, Medusa, modern, commodious, empty, medical. How do they have medicament, Medicaster, medicate, medication, medicine, medicinate? They don't got that. Medicio, medical, meditate, meditation, Medusa, meat. How, where's media? Where's mediate? See, they leaving stuff out so that you don't connect it to this sorcery. Cunning. Okay? So they're ruling over you. To rule over. Rule over. So these angels, fallen angels? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, not into all the controversies. People are gonna be infected by such and such, and then lock down other people so that they can better their harvest of brains and feces, guts, sacredness. Have a frenzy of butt stuff. Like they're perverting, they're misusing man. Like when you see a mouse run straight up to a cat to get eaten, you need to think twice. It's in your environment. You need to start torching animals. You need to start checking your people around you. I'm not saying torch them. I'm saying move the hell away. Get away from them. Come out of Babylon. Come out of beast mode. Come out of beast system. It's a system. They have a system. Okay? So this is a system that I just described to you. You're on a beast if you're in the UK, if you're in South America, if you're in Antarctica, if you're in Canada, if you're in America, if you're in Africa, you're on a beast. Alright? I don't really know too much about Saudi Arabia and southern India. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. I guess that is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know, this whole thing is a beast. It's two leviathans. One's dead, one's alive. Living, dead. Or sort of living. I don't know. Something sort of living. Something sort of living. Something. It's weird. Subtle. Said he's the most subtle creature ever created under heaven. So that's just to let you know. To think twice. Alright? If you think that it's dead. Because this is their kingdom. The dragon gave power to the beast for the whole world to worship. Okay? Let me do this real quick. The dragon gave the power to the beast. So this dragon gave power to Legion, because Legion jumped into the beast. And what do we call Legion? Religion, because when it went into the sea, it was 10,000 leagues under the sea. And leagues, Legion, then it comes out as religion. Okay. The beast out of the sea. So, how does it move? Through beast. These are the fallen angels. Toxoplasmosis is Legion. Toxoplasmosis is the fallen. You saw them in the Egyptians. That's what I'm just trying to tell you. That they were in the government. They were in the rulers of the land, making them, enslaving them. This is who Moshe, Yeshaya, fought against to free the Hebrews from their captivity. Because he already knew what was going to become of them. Everybody was going to get infected. It's a system, a beast system. Okay? That's all I got to say, man. Like, I hope you stayed this far into the video to find this out. If not, I'm going to just like leave some clips, leave some cuts. I'm going to do a quick little wrap up segment just to go back over what we already went over. All right. So you got the dragon on the earth. That's Lucifer. That is Satan, and that is the dragon, okay? So This is, I guess, final form or whatever. So that evolution thing from the serpent to the, to the angel of light to the dragon, I guess this is him, whatever, I guess, suppose. I don't know. But other than that 666 on his forehead to confirm it, like, I can't deny that. I can't deny that. I can't deny that. I can't deny it. And everything about the Leviathan describes this guy in the book of Job. In the book of Job. Alright. So, and his tail looks like it has another head on it. So it could be a double-headed. This could be some type of face. Nose, eyes, horns, ears, forehead, chin, teeth. There's something. This might be dead. Or it might be still alive. I don't know. Might have been smashed. I don't know. Might be asleep, knocked out, cold. A day to them is unto 1,000 years, like unto man like 1,000 years. All right, so yeah. So everything is beast. This is all beast. The world, the globe, global warming. That's the dragon warming. Climate change. That's the dragon. All right. The sun. There's another angel in that. There's another something in there. I don't know if it's a dragon. Could be a phoenix. I don't know. Because a dove came from the sun to claim that Yeshaya was his son. when Yachanan was baptized in the river. So, yeah. It could be a phoenix. All right. Now, let's say but the word is not. I shouldn't say the word is not. The word is everything. The word and the spirit of understanding that is not the beast. See, the beasts don't have free will. That's why. Do you understand the toxoplasmosis now? So you got a dragon, and he runs this world as the serpents. But on the lower micro level where we are at, you have these insects, and you have these parasites that control them. And they say that our bacteria control our gut, control our appetite, control our emotions, control all this stuff like that. Well, these are these parasites. Toxoplasmos gondii. So this is the one that suicides you. You know what I mean? They say there's a rise in suicide rates and all that stuff. This is Toxoplasma gondii. Okay? Their fearlessness of self-preservation. Okay? So people are being infected. A third of the people worldwide are infected with Toxoplasma gondii. Infects 1/3 of the people worldwide, and especially people that have autoimmune disorder. Okay? Or immunodeficient or immunocompromised. Okay? So that's what AIDS was, immunodeficiency. Okay? Autoimmunodeficient disorder syndrome, something like that. AIDS. And that's what everybody that took that are getting everybody that's returning to normal is only returning to normal because they're back under the control. They're back under Toxoplasma gondii, and they won't hear you. They won't, just like the Bible said, they won't hear you. they won't be able to reason. It's like they're like talking to a crackhead. It's like talking to a demon. Like, they'll be intelligent, they'll have knowledge, they'll be able to speak languages that you can't speak. You'll be dealing with some intelligence. They'll be able to play all different types of games on you. Like the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. Like that. But that's a more powerful one. Something else. Like, I think that was like some type of nanotech or something like that, if you want to go there. But I'm going to say that the Toxoplasma gondii is a plague. If it affects 1/3 of the population on Earth, and it's only meant to reproduce in the bowels of the next person, and that's the only way it can do it, then 1/3 attacks the other 1/3, and then that a third is affected, and then the other third, yeah. So you have invasive species because it's pretty much Skrull. That like the Avengers, the Skrull, how they took over like governments and people of power, generals and all first responders and stuff like that, and started forcing the population to do things that would just, you know, pretty much end them, to destroy the world, and then destroy man and take over the world in the shape of man, so that they can finally come out in their true form in the end, so when man can't really do anything about it. Super Skrulls and stuff like that. That's what they're putting the nanotech. That's where they're extracting all the blood from everybody and sending everybody to their sorcerers, their medicals, their pharmakias, their witch doctors, their pharaohs. Yeah, man, because we just saw that they were in the pharaohs. It's in the pharaohs. So if it's in the pharaohs, the most protected people in the land, then it's in your everyday people nowadays that call themselves world leaders. Definitely, 100%. And I can give you one off top. The abomination that causes desolation. And you heard me say it. His name. So I've been letting y'all know that for a long time. There you go. There he goes. There he is. And he just came out as gay. So he's letting you know about the toxoplasmosis right there. T. Gondii virus right there. They want to get in your butt so they can plant eggs in you and take over your mind. And then have you do something to somebody else. And it's worse because they're getting it into young people because they want, look man, so why would it inhabit cats? Because cats have a effect on humans. They live free. So if you had a invasive species on this earth, they jump into a cat, the cat take over the most powerful people in the world, sit up in the house for free, the most powerful people in the world go out and do things crazy to make all this stuff happen around the cat. But it ain't really the cat. It's the thing controlling the mind of the cat in the cat's mind. So, and that gets into the human's mind. And that human goes out and has the power to get into other people's minds with his perversiveness. And it's through mesmerization. It's through sexual contact. It's a sexual thing with this toxoplasmosis thing. Look man, when I said it sends out frequencies to attract people to do to the person that's infected, so that the person can react by either attacking them, or they're attracted to a dance by, you know, and they're gonna have sex, or like whatever is in them, sending the frequency that attracts that person the T. Gandhi virus is controlling the other person, and they are unaware of it. And the other person, it's like being high on a drug, being mind controlled, because you're getting dopamine the hell out. That's what it does. It sends out dopamine to the brain, and it gets them high. Okay? So what I'm saying is, you guys got to realize is that they are complex. They're very complex. They're not just some parasites. Look, so these parasites are aware of what you are aware of, and your skills and all of this stuff. It manipulates your physical body. This dopamine affects your physical body, meaning it can transform your genes. Like werewolves, like beast mode. Do you understand? Like vampires, like Black Panther, whatever the heck you want to call it, Dogman or whatever. This is what we're talking about. Like, this is the stuff right here, man. That's why it was always related to some type of sexual attraction, and they're eating brains the next minute. It's crazy. Some Manson type stuff. How the people were mind controlled. Jonestown type stuff. Mind controlled. Cult stuff. The occult type stuff. Mind controlled. Thriller. Mind controlled. Do you understand? This is what they're doing. These cats, it's not the cat. It's the thing that drives the beast, the flesh. It's the flesh. The beast is the flesh. The flesh is sin. The sin is the flesh. You have to control and tame the flesh and keep it clean in order to be closer to the Most High. This is all about the image of clean, appearing clean in order to get close to someone clean to do something dirty and make them unclean. Because all of a sudden the toxoplasmosis goes into them and infects them. It's simple. You guys are not seeing it. You guys aren't seeing it. And you want to know what? In China, they started killing the cats as soon as COVID started. And they started culling all the animals off. Killing all the animals off. And you don't know why. A third of the world population is infected. And a third of the world population will be susceptible to toxoplasmosis. Okay? I shouldn't say susceptible. A third of the world population has it. They are diagnosed that has it. It's confirmed. A third of the world has this thing. Has toxoplasmosis. I think I might have even been affected when I was a young child. Toxoplasma gondii. Opportunistic protozoan infects 1/3 of people worldwide. Infects. That means they are infected with it. Could lead to serious outcomes in immunodeficient and uncompromised and immunocompromised populations. So, who is immunocompromised? So, who does this matter to? It matters to everybody that has taken I'm telling you, man, vaccination. Anybody that took the vaccination for that AI, yeah, man, that's what it is. T. Gandhi to control them. It's beast and machine. Like, they're working together, man. That's what it's always been, man. This is straight up some type of apocalyptic thing, bro. Like, you guys don't even see. These are high ass numbers. High numbers, man. You guys don't understand. This is more than they even claim that COVID had. If a third of the world had COVID, for instance, if COVID was like sudden death, if a third of the world had that, they would be dead, right? Because this would attack them. Why? Because COVID lowers the immune. It's AIDS. COVID is AIDS. Okay. So, it's an autoimmune deficient disorder. All right. And it's an immunocompromised population. So anybody, like, when they put that shit in you, they say they put it in you to give you a little dose of it to fight the real thing. Well, if they put a little bit in you, then you're immunocompromised. And that means that toxoplasmosis can come in. So you don't know. I can tell you one thing. The eyes are the windows to the soul. When you see people have no soul about honesty, about truth, about priorities, about sacredness, about personal space, about fairness, about their word agreements, about just life in general. Like, they don't give a damn. Like, look, man, look, check this out. So look, how could this thing needs people to be out and about, friendly, social butterflies. A person of anything that's infected with it this is a symptom. Social butterfly is a symptom. Like, they're very touchy-feely, get up on you like a cat, rubbing up on you, touchy-feely, grab your balls, grab your ass, rub your neck, try to hug you, whip their hair in front of your face, go upwind and and comb their hair. This thing travels. I've seen the way that it travels. I've watched. I know. I understand. So look, there's a war, and it's kind of funny because I witnessed in Seattle this one guy. One guy was tweaked out on meth, and he was tweaked out like. And what happens is, if those people have pets, the pets become tweaked out also, and it shows, it manifests on the outside. And the pet, you can see it in the pet's eyes, and the pet is like a passive. It's a weird thing. They're more aggressive, but they're not able to react on like a animal normally would. They're a little sloppy. They're really sloppy, but they're really aggressive. Sloppy, but really aggressive. That's what they are. They're just sloppy and lazy, but they're really aggressive. So when they're lazy and they're tired, they don't want to be bothered with, so they become more aggressive, become more agitated. When they have less sleep, they don't sleep, they haven't had much rest. Meth keeps people up, and it's like speed. It keeps people up or whatever, and don't let them sleep. So the animal will show it. Going to be exhausted and tired, so they're going to be angry and easily agitated. And so what happens is, like, it's a nuisance, right? So people that own pets, when they see tweakers, and they are aware of this, they will get offensive really fast on those people. Like, hey man, get away from here, get away from my pet, get away from the people, get away from here. They understand. But most people don't understand. They will allow these people to come up and rub hands and shake hands and give them things, and that's horrible. It's horrible. You guys take things into your houses from these people all the time and don't understand that you're getting infected. You don't understand, but it totally does. It does. It does. Just like the movie Fallen, how it transfers through touch. It transfers through touch. So, and breathing, all that. Even it's even more like hypnotizing minds and stuff. It's crazy. It's all around an attack. So what happened was the guy, he was explaining. I was like, what was up? And he was like, yeah, that person that has meth and smokes. He's like, he said, you don't smoke meth. I was like, what the heck is meth? And he's like, oh, okay, well, meth is like such and such, crystal meth and such. So he's like, if you do any of these drugs, it seeps out through your skin and creates a film on your skin that and you can usually see it. It's almost like a film or whatever, or a glaze on the film of the skin, like really oily all of a sudden. And he said if they touch the animals, dogs are very sensitive through their fur. So if they touch their fur, that oil gets on the fur and then infects the dog, and the dog begins to act all methed out, and then somebody will probably put the dog down for being aggressive. So, and the owner will be unaware until it happens, and when it happens, it just happens suddenly. And so it's like Old Yeller all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like it can get that way, almost like rabies, like I said. So yeah, it could turn on the owner and everything, like, you know what I mean? So yeah. That's what I found out about that. So it was like, okay, so it let me know not to like even touch the people. I started wearing gloves most of the time everywhere after that, because I saw meth cracked out. People were meth people everywhere, and they're not just the people on the street. There are people that are in big businesses, their own businesses. I understood what it looked like and smelt like, and what the eyes are like, and what they talk like, what they sound like. And yeah, it's like they're possessed. It's a possession. They're possessed. It anoints their skin. It possesses them. They have a mark. They're marked. So yeah, man, like, and just like the cloud, it's nasty. It covers them. It's crazy. So yeah, man, and it infects and mesmerizes anybody and everybody they touch, and the things that they touch also. So if you're a smoker and you shake somebody's hand that does meth, and then you light up a cigarette, your cigarette's gonna taste like meth. Especially if that person is nasty and didn't wash their hands and hasn't washed their hands and just been meth after meth. Holy cow! You don't want to end up freaking, smoking around those people. It'll make your cigarette taste bad. Just horrible. It's just horrible, bro. Like the smell, even like heroin and stuff like that. Like the smell lingers for days. So like the possession of it lingers for days. It affects your senses for days. Just barely getting any type of it towards your blood-brain barrier affects you. So you gotta watch out for these things, man. T. Gandhi virus. This is how things move. It moves like it moves. This thing moves, though. This thing actually moves. Like that meth stuff, like, yeah, like it kind of like drives people to do stuff. But this T. Gandhi virus thing is a different thing. This thing operates the human body. Like, it operates your memories. It connects on a whole neural network level. It affects you neurally, from your brain to your butt, to your intestines, to your ass, from your ass to your head. It affects you. So it controls you through the core, through your cerebral cortex. So this is what you do not want to get infected with, because it'll affect your lovers. It'll affect the people that you cooked for. It'll affect the people that clean up for you. It'll affect everybody. So it said that the other ways that this thing transfers is through people that use cooking boards over and over and over. So don't use cooking boards over and over. Cutting boards, my bad. If you're using cutting boards to chop meats or whatever from raw to cook constantly, then you can catch T. gondii, because some of those animals could be infected by T. gondii virus, because some of the animals in the foods are infected through T. gondii virus. They're saying that's how a lot of people that don't have cats and dogs get it. It's through the food, because some of the food is infected that comes through the factories. So that's crazy, right? All right, man. You guys be aware, be careful, be thankful that, you know, you made it this far to listen to what has to be revealed. I appreciate you considering the video all the way this far, or what I have to say this far. And I hope that it helps you and blesses you all along the way. Yeah, man, let's stop using this beast system and using this beast terminology. It starts with our tongue. You know what I mean? It's the ability to consent, to say yes and say no, and to call things by what they really are, and stand as a beacon for that, so that others can have a little weight lifted off their shoulders, so that they be a little closer to doing the same. And if we could all just do our part, I figure that it'll all just come together. Truth be told, in the faith of the word, to the Rabbah, Ahaya Kadosh to the Rabbah, Yeshaya Kadesh to the Rabbah, Ruach Kadesh to the Rabbah, Yashar. Amen.